You've been staring at this for 47 minutes. The answer? You already know it. But your brain won't let you press send. It's not indecision. It's a trap. And I'm about to show you the 9-second trick that breaks you out. No journal, no meditation app, just cold physics. Here's what's actually happening. You check your phone. Should I text them back? You stare at your closet. What if I wear the wrong thing? You open your laptop. What if this email sounds weird? Every single decision turns into a courtroom trial. And you're the lawyer, the jury, and the guy on trial. The problem isn't that you think too much. It's that you think the same thoughts over and over and over. Stanford researchers call this rumination loops. I call it mental quicksand. The more you try to think your way out, the deeper you sink. But here's the thing nobody tells you. Overthinking isn't a thinking problem. It's a body problem. Your brain doesn't know the difference between a bad memory and a bad decision. It just knows you're stuck. And when you're stuck, your nervous system panics. So it does what it always does. It loops, trying to figure it out, trying to solve it. But you can't solve a feeling with a thought. That's like trying to fix a broken bone with a book. So what do you do instead? You interrupt the loop, not with logic, with sensation. Here's the micro habit. Next time your brain starts spiraling, don't fight it. Do this. Touch something cold. I'm serious. Grab an ice cube, run your hands under cold water, press your palm against a window. Notice that? That sharp, sudden sensation? That's called a pattern interrupt. Your brain was looping. Now it's not, because your nervous system just got a new input, and it can't ignore it. Cold is urgent. Cold is now, and now doesn't have room for overthinking. Neuroscientists call this sensory grounding. When you're overthinking, your prefrontal cortex, the decision-making part, is basically on fire. But cold water, it activates your vagus nerve. That's the nerve that tells your body, hey, you're safe, chill out. Literally, in 10 seconds, your heart rate drops, your cortisol dips, your thoughts stop looping. You're not fixing the overthinking, you're resetting the system. And here's the best part. You don't need to decide anything. You just need to feel something real. So here's your experiment. Tomorrow morning, when your brain starts spiraling, and it will, don't try to think your way out. Walk to the sink, turn on the cold water, hold your hands under it for 10 seconds. Notice what happens. Notice how the noise just stops. That's not magic, that's biology. And it's a 1% shift that changes everything. So here's what I need you to do. Tonight, before bed, when your brain starts the spin cycle, don't argue with it. Don't try to figure it out. Walk to the sink, cold water, 10 seconds. And then, notice what happens next. Because here's the thing nobody tells you. Once you realize you can interrupt the loop, you start seeing the loops everywhere. The conversation you've been replaying for 3 days? Loop. The decision you've been almost ready to make? Loop. The worry that wakes you up at 3 a.m. Loop. And now, you have the kill switch. So try it. Tonight. And when you feel that shift, that moment when the noise just stops, come back. Because if 10 seconds of cold water can do this, imagine what else you've been overcomplicating. See you in the next experiment.